James here from the Gator Nation Football Podcast, bringing you a film breakdown of Florida versus LSU. 4 plays and a goal line stand. Let's take a look at what Florida did right to get the stop and the victory over the Tigers. It's first and goal for LSU, 41 seconds left. Both teams have a plethora of timeouts, which they will use in this situation. We're going to skip over those timeouts and just show you the plays. LSU comes out pretending like they may pass the football. Florida doesn't buy this, so they're wisely going to line up in man defense here on the outside, and then they're going to get their numbers right. Of course, if you followed my YouTube channel, you know the numbers and lining up correctly is half the battle on defense. On the left side here of the center, LSU has 1, 2, and 3. Florida here, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. That's important for this play because LSU is going to try to run here to the weak side, and Florida's going to cover this play perfectly, and they're going to get some help from the pulling guard of LSU. Right now, at this point, LSU actually has something going, and rather than have the guard block Kylan Johnson here on the edge, they're instead going to have him go through the gap and attempt to get a block out here, allowing Kylan to make this tackle. It's going to be a relatively easy tackle for him on Darius Geis. If instead LSU had chosen to have this block go to the edge defender, this would have left Quincy Wilson one-on-one with Darius Geis, which would have been a much better play for LSU. As it stands, they don't do that. We're going to watch Geis here come through the hole. There's Kylan. He's going to wrap him up and make the tackle. LSU just gains a couple of yards on this play, but it brings up second and goal. Second and goal now for LSU, and they're going to come out again. Florida, again, wisely lines up here. Man defense. They're not going to play any extra defenders if LSU wants to win this football game. They are not going to get an easy rushing lane. They're going to have to earn it. That's good by Florida not to give them anything here. LSU wants to put a man in motion to see how Florida handles it rather than pass this off. And risk making a mistake. They keep Quincy Wilson in man. He's going to chase. He's going to chase this here across the formation. And as LSU hands the football off, Florida has good numbers again. Florida again with good numbers here. Let's rewind this one more time. Take a look at the numbers in the motion. LSU with 1, 2, 3, and 4 opposite the center. Florida with 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to watch the pre-snap motion here of Kylan Johnson. This is important. As the motion comes across, take a look as he bumps just enough. Football's a game of inches. It's also true when you're lining up on defense. You want to be in the right spot. And because he takes those extra shuffle steps, he's going to be able to fill this hole. And thankfully, he fills this hole. Otherwise, this is most likely going to be a touchdown because LSU blocks this play pretty well. At the point of attack, they're going to clear out Jordan Sherritt here. He's gone. They're going to get a nice seal here. And now all that we really have left on this play is Kylan, who's in the hole. And you're not going to get a great look at this. But essentially, Kylan Johnson is going to meet him in this hole here and basically get run over when he makes this tackle. But thankfully he does, because otherwise, again, he's walking in the end zone. So you can imagine a situation here where if Kylan doesn't move with this motion to make sure that he comes over here and get these numbers right, he's not going to be able to hit the A-gap here. He's not going to be able to be here. He's most likely going to be right here, and that's going to lead to an LSU touchdown. So Kylan Johnson, stop on play 1, stop on play 2. LSU is now knocking right on the door, very close to scoring on third and goal. Now pay close attention to what LSU does with this formation. They're going to run here a halfback dive. They're going to run into J.D. Moore. They've been very successful using J.D. Moore on plays like these. And on third down here, we've got a tight end and a tight end and a tight end. So they're playing 3 tight ends, essentially, in this formation. They're playing old school goal line football. Florida, again, not going to give them any credit here for passing the football. They're going to line up. They're going to make sure they have man responsibility here on the edge for all the pass-eligible tight ends, and they're going to get their numbers right. Numbers are right here. Numbers are right here. And we're going to load up on the A-gap. Load up on this A-gap. LSU likes to run the ball up the middle. They know this. Let's make sure when the ball is snapped that we are in the A-gap. Here's Etling. Takes the snap, hand off to fullback J.D. Moore. And here he is in the hole, and he's met immediately because of an absolutely excellent one-on-one here by C.C. Jefferson. C.C. Jefferson's going to fill this gap and take this play away. Here's C.C. right here. Florida's going to wind up overplaying the A-gap, which is a nice strategy here because that's really where LSU wants to go. And then CC wins this battle by jumping to the inside first. He's going to win this battle by jumping to the inside first. Let's watch this here in slow-mo. Maybe not. That's like fast-mo. Let's go rewind this a little more. Try this again. Here we go. Slow-mo. There's CC. You can see his helmet on my yellow mark right there. Because CC has won this battle, he's going to stop this play. If he doesn't win that battle and he gets caught up on this block or he gets pushed out of the hole, this is not going to be good for Florida. It's probably going to be a touchdown here for JD, but instead CC is going to meet him right there. There he is. Take a look at this. He's going to meet him right here. That's going to make the stop, deny him at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down. Huge play by CC. There's a good look at Ed O. Hey, come here, let's talk about this. We haven't scored yet, and now we're going to have 4th and goal. Game on the line. Florida, of course, if they win this, will clinch and go to the SEC East, win the SEC East and go to the SEC Championship, which they will do, which oddly enough makes Jim McElwain the first coach ever to go to the SEC title game, his first 2 years as a coach. So there's that for you, and fun fact trivia. All right, pay attention to LSU's formation because all they've done now is flip it. They've just flipped it. They've flipped the play. Now we're over here. Same exact formation, same exact personnel grouping. We've just flipped this play. And the reason we're going to flip it is we're going to fake this dive here. We're going to fake the dive here, and we want to run, important here, want to run a toss to the left. Now LSU is going to mess this up, thankfully, because things could have been worse for Florida. And Darius Geis is going to go to the right. That's going to be very, very important in how this play ends up. There's your motion man. Florida, again, wisely in man. I like this here, right? We're in man. There's Quincy Wilson. He's manned up. We're not going to blow an exchange here on the goal line. If they want to throw a pass, we're going to have our corner on a tight end, on a pass-eligible tight end. Let's make sure we're lined up fundamentally. Florida overloading the A-gap again, overloading the most likely place. LSU wants to run the football, and then making sure they have linebackers here who can flow to anything that goes to the outside of the formation. So the key here is going to be what happens at the point of attack. Right away, LSU wins early on the line of scrimmage. In fact, they win in this gap. They have what they want. But as Etling comes around, he wants to toss the ball here. You're going to see this in a second. But Geis is here, and that is going to be crucial to what happens in this play. As we see this, the key moment of this play is Darius Geis going the wrong way. And then here at the bottom of the screen is number 26, Marcel Harris, who is not going to get wind up being blocked by J.D. Moore. And that's important because he is going to meet Darius Geis now right here in the hole along with Jordan Sherritt. And they're going to grab his legs and stop him from being able to extend into the goal line. Nobody else back here would have been able to. He would have gotten over the top of this pile if he gets a clean launch. He doesn't. And because of that, Florida gets the stop. Now we're going to get 3 more looks at this. The second one's going to be the best one. And this is going to really show you what happens on this play. There's Jim McElwain. Here we go. Side angle here, not the right angle, but you're going to see that he wants to go, as he looks here, this toss needs to be here. Again, next angle is going to show you clearly it's not. And that is going to slow up Geis. He's now having to try to get back to where he needs to get to. This is really not a block, and you're going to see it in a second, as much as this was just sort of a distraction. He was not really supposed to totally block Marcel Harris because it wasn't going to matter. And again, we're going to show you that in a second. However, because of that, there's not a real block there. Marcel's going to be the first to get to him along with Jordan Sherritt. Jordan Sherritt's the unblocked man on the edge. He was never going to block. They're never going to block Jordan Sherritt here. They're letting him come in. So Marcel's the one who's going to get the first contact here, and that's everything. It stops Geis just before he can get there. Just before he can get to the end zone. And this look shows it all. This is the key. This is really the play that LSU wants to run. So they flip the play. They want to fake like this is going to be a fullback dive. They want to get a lot of the A-gap action in here, which they're going to get. And the goal here is to toss this ball here, and Geis wants to catch it here. Now, it's important for us to diagnose where they want to go. This should give Geis 2 options. One, he can take a one-on-one here against against Nick Washington, number 8. Or he could potentially race outside. Again, same thing, determining what they want to do. Let's take a look at what the tight end does to get an idea of what this play might be. Tight end's going to slide out and seal to the outside edge, sealing the outside shoulder, which tells me a couple of things. One, it's most likely the Geis is going to get the ball here, And with an outside seal, they probably wanted him to make this a foot race between him and Nick Washington. That's not going to happen because now he's all the way over here. This is good for Florida because that is a good matchup for LSU. This is a good outside seal. And had he caught the ball here, he still would have had the option to attempt to take this one-on-one with a power run. As it stands, he now has to try to get to where he sees a clearing, which there is a clearing. And because we have J.D. Moore here not completely blocking Marcel Harris, by the time that Geis goes to take off, and again, take a look at this. This is golden. This is a touchdown. If Marcel Harris is getting blocked here by the fullback rather than him just finishing his play fake, this is done. He's getting in the end zone. This game is over. Doesn't happen. Marcel Harris head up, knows he's got to make a quick grab here, reaches. Here's Sherritt. Here's Harris. If it's not both of them, I think he gets in, and instead the stop is made. So Florida's defense, heroic job on the goal line, helped a little bit with the mistakes of LSU. But as always, if you want to give yourself the best shot on defense, you want to make sure that you get your numbers right pre-snap, that you're in the right place on the field, so you're not just going to give them an easy walk-in touchdown, and you're going to take away what they want to do most, which in this case was the run game. Here's one more look at it. Again, you're going to see the mistake here. You can see how he's lining up. He wants to toss this ball here. Now, Etling wisely recognizes that that's not where he is, kind of adjusts and make this pitch into this area, and now you be the running back. You recognize, oh, I'm supposed to get here. Again, this is a win. Look at this. This is what you want. He wants to go airborne. He wants to go over this. Excellent job by LSU. They basically cut the legs out of Florida's D-line here. He has this. At this point in time, he probably thinks he has this. This looks good to him. He can't see Sherritt coming at him. Marcel looks like he's not going to get there. And again, one more time, a quick close. And right as he's taking off, there he goes. Just as his momentum is getting going, they grab him, pull him back down to earth. He cannot extend. And that's going to be all that she wrote. Florida comes up with the stop, the victory. They win the SEC East. 4 plays in the red zone. Power running LSU team. Solid schematics from Florida. Good technique. Helped out by the mistakes of LSU. And Florida gets the win. A moment I'm sure all Gator fans will remember. A very, very fun ending to a back and forth bruising game. That's all for now. Catch the next episode of Film Review with yours truly on Mondays at the Gator Nation Football Podcast YouTube channel.